Okay. Ignore the strange angle. Happy. Welcome. MiniVan Monday. Meant to talk sooner. I will talk more later. Tell you what's going on. But first, I get to go have a COVID test. So I'm going to try to strategically have the phone here, because I think this is something I need to see for future reference. I have managed to not be COVID tested. Praise Jesus. Because, okay, where am I going? COVID, oh, exit there. Okay. But I have to be tested before I can have a procedure. So, let's drive up. We're driving up. Enter here. I'm assuming I don't have to put my mask on. Right? But they probably want my ID. Don't exit. Okay. I am not exiting. I am stopping here. Do I like honk? The window's like, I don't know. Hey. So friends. Oh, there we go. Anybody else been COVID tested? Eddie had to be COVID tested before a medical procedure. He said it was absolutely horrendous. I'm guessing this will be the same. So, how is everyone? I haven't talked to you for a while. I can talk to you quick, I guess, while we're waiting. I'll just go through all my insurance cards. Because, of course, insurance changed. Got new, new everything cards, I guess. So, those are both outdated. I'm not sure how much is needed here. Chevrolet. This is me. I can throw this one away. Oh, they just opened the blinds to see me. Oh, I think they're coming out now. So, just gotta put a coat on. I feel sorry for them. They gotta like come out here in the cold to do this. But, it's their job. We shall see. This is El Garbage. It's cold. It's 18 degrees. It's supposed to be like 4 degrees tonight. I'm never cold. I'm tired. I just got off work. So, oh my gosh, they're like seriously have to like hazmat up. I almost want to say, I'm not sick. It's for a pre-op. But yeah, seriously, she's like putting on a plastic, which they need to. I cannot imagine how nursing type medical people who are dealing with the ins and outs of COVID. But yeah, holy smokes. Just to shove a Q-tip up my nose. We shall see how it goes. Can't tell. I think this is like a records area. It's not connected to the clinic or the hospital proper. It's a separate, it's like on the campus, but it's not. I suppose they don't want to be exposing anyone to anything. So, that's what I'm doing. If I take a drink of my hot cocoa, will that make it better? Should I blow my nose now? Later? I don't really know. She's totally gonna see my phone. I'm sure I'm not the first person that videoed this, right? Oh, so yeah, the procedure. I can just start telling you, nothing scary. Because I'm a woman of a certain age, I have to have a colonoscopy. I was actually supposed to have it last year. And I kind of put it off because of COVID. I'm like, oh, it's not necessity. You know, they're doing necessary things only. That wasn't necessary. Well, just had my annual physical with my doctor and I already had it scheduled. But Evidently, before they can probe you from that end, they have to probe you from my top end to make sure I don't have COVID. So, hopefully, quick, easy. Kathy Spicer.
Perfect. I'll be right out.
Okay. Needed my name. I do have an appointment. But she's still gotta. No. It's like, seriously. They are secure. Vaccines are out and about. I have a couple friends that are like EMT people that have had to have them or work in the healthcare field, assisted care, nursing home, the likes. Does not seem like it is a pleasant vaccination, at least not the one they had. And I am still just so grateful I have not been sick. But, okay. I didn't know what you need from me.
I don't.
Okay. I'm like, I had an appointment, so I was hoping it'd be easy.
All right. So what to do for your surgery? The do's, don'ts.
Okay.
And then this is telling you what to do if you're negative, what to do if you're positive, and there's a work note on there.
Okay.
There's all of that, and there's we call regardless.
Oh, okay.
I see. That's all yours.
Oh,
I don't need any
thanks.
of it back. There's your Kleenexes.
Okay, I haven't had to do one of these yet, so I'm not excited.
Nervous.
It's not that I don't think anybody's excited. I've just heard it's not that pleasant.
Well, not exactly. No.
But it's
Yeah,
necessary.
Right, all right.
Okay.
Well, tip your head back for me. And it does need to go in both nostrils.
Oh gosh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What's nice about the surgery one is it doesn't have to go nasopharyngeal.
So I'm like, it could have gone far.
Well, yes.
Okay.
For the nasopharyngeal, yes, it does go further. But
Okay.
for surgery, it just has to go.
Just to make sure.
Just to make sure. Any
Perfect.
questions at all?
No.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Whew, eyes, nose watering. Okay. I need to blow my nose. I will pause you. Okay. Let's get out of here. Oh, that was like, whew. I mean, thank goodness it did not have to go up further. Now you're gonna get the steering wheel, just, I gotta like get out of where I'm at. Holy camoles. Okay, I don't want the phone to fall. So yeah, if you actually, this is what I cannot get over. So I know coworkers, I'm gonna just say coworkers, who I don't know their full story, but they've had to, they've been out for COVID, not actually sick, but, quarantining because they were exposed to someone who was exposed to someone who was exposed to someone. And, pretty sure they have to have a test if they think they've been exposed. And why would anyone do? I would rather go to work doing like the worst jobs ever, which some of my jobs are, than get that done on a repeated basis. Whew. Okay, let's pull over here in front of this little park and we'll do a proper MiniVan Monday. I do hope this is all, sorry, I lost my little, I didn't lose, but Eddie's been driving. Oh, there she is. This is my little girl. She holds you guys up when I put the phone in the other spot. So, okay, let's go for a ride. Hold on, friends. There! This looks more like MiniVan Monday. Oh, it's like moving here. I don't know how she did it. So, we'll see. I have no idea. This may get just deleted because I have no idea how that actually looked and if people wanted to look at my nose. So, let me get back to the updates. been a while since I did a minivan Monday, primarily because, as you know, my husband's working with me and he's home all the time. So I don't have my little moments alone, ever. Well, I suppose I could just go out in the car to film, but he is still working the same shift as me, the same 12 hours, 6 feet apart in an office, and it's getting better. It was really good at first. It was so fun and new, and then it got really not bad, but challenging because I was trying to train him on the job, and we all know we don't always listen to our significant others, and that's both. I'm not saying it's just on him, it's me too. So it was a challenge, but he's got the one spot, like my spot where I normally work, down pretty pat. And now, while we're chatting, I'm gonna put away my stuff she didn't need to see. And now just this past weekend, the other person I work with has started training him on the other roles, which I already know, but it's very difficult to try and learn when you're working one task to try and learn others, if that makes sense, that are, you still have to stop and keep doing your task. Anyway, so we're getting there. It's getting closer to us having some separation, but yeah, winter has been pretty mild for my corner of Minnesota. The sun's coming out. There's been like, well, I'll tell you about it. There was like a whole week there was no sun, and I was on vacation. But so that's a good thing to have the sun out. We had one blizzard where we were actually hit pretty good, and then last week there was another blizzard that I want to say, I don't know if blizzards have eyes like, you know, of a hurricane, but I think when you like watched the radar and stuff, we were like in what would have been the eye of the blizzard, if there is such a thing. And it just kept circling, and we kind of stayed in the eye. So not a whole heck of a lot happened, even though we were in a blizzard warning, but probably 30 to 40 miles in any direction around us had the blizzard. So I was fine with that. Interestingly, it was our night off, so we were kind of fully expecting to get called into work because the other shift, the people that work that shift live out of town. Totally expected they'd need to call in. They didn't. And we even had like some 40-degree days. I mean, this is January. This never happens. But it's a crazy, crazy world in so many ways. So this week is my crazy week, and Eddie's. He gets to experience the first 7 in a row, which he will understand. It takes a lot out of a person doing 12-hour shifts overnight, 7 in a row, especially learning new things. So his brain is a little tired. But we had already agreed to cover someone's vacation, thinking, oh, Eddie and I, we'd both split them. Well, no, then the colonoscopy got scheduled. So today, COVID test, I now, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to do my chiropractor, go home and sleep. I have a hair appointment tonight at 7. Tomorrow, so Eddie's going to work tonight because I won't be there. Tomorrow, is Tuesday, so first of all, I have to come to the hospital and meet with the anesthesiologist, which it's been a long time since I've had to be under anesthesia, but when you're fat, which I am, I'm sorry, they put it much more politely, if your BMI is over a certain number, they want to do a consult before any procedure, and they could make the decision to cancel it if they feel you are, I don't know, too fat. I'm not going to get into it. I just get so frustrated. I know it's for safety, well-being. I mean, I know there are reasons for it. but we're just not going to get in it. So tomorrow I have to do that in the morning. And then, providing they don't say, nope, we're not going to, it's too risky for you to have this very mild anesthesia. Because I've had a colonoscopy before. They did not, like, put you out to La La Land. I remember, like, being awake and watching the whole thing. I thought it was really interesting. So, if they don't cancel it, I have to start prep. So, hence, I cannot work Tuesday night for my friend because I will be spending most of it in the bathroom. And then Wednesday, I'm waiting for them to call me to let me know what time I have to check in. But Wednesday morning will be the colonoscopy. Interestingly enough, the same time I'm having my colonoscopy, Kim is meeting with her doctor to discuss setting one up. We had joked that we should, like, vlog it. I mean, obviously we couldn't vlog in the medical rooms, but we still may have to, like, do a sit-down chat video and compare our experiences. Because it's one of those things people do not talk about enough. And you seasoned friends, who is all that is still listening here, you've heard me wax on and off about things, you know, mammograms, PAPs, all that, which also this is going to be so bad. Will it be, is it tomorrow? Is 8 or 9, how many years cancer free? I already forgot. Yeah, cancer free for me because I subject myself to the embarrassing tests. And yeah, colonoscopy, same thing. I have family, relatives on both sides for Eddie and I that have had colon cancer, and it's not fun, as is not any cancer, but it's also one of the easiest to catch early. So just go through with it. I'll tell you all about it afterwards. But okay, I suppose I should get going so I can get to my next appointment. I just thought it would be really interesting to share with you the COVID test, if it worked. If not, so then the other thing I do have to tell you, because it's a MiniVan Monday, is I did have that vacation the first full week of January. Kim and I went with 2 other friends on a scrapbook crafting retreat. We got there on a Monday, like right after lunch, and we didn't leave until that following Sunday. So we spent a whole week crafting, laughing, didn't leave the facility. We were following social distance guidelines. We each had our own room. We each had our own bathroom. We were separated. Our tables were set up. We were far enough apart. And it was wonderful. I actually got 273 cards completed. And it wasn't a contest with anybody else, because the other ladies scrapbooked for the most part. They did do some cards, but mostly they were scrapbooking. And I just had so much fun. In fact, half the stuff is still in my van. But we are tentatively planning to do another one in April, because I said we need to do this like every quarter. The 2 ladies are retired. Kim and I have more than enough vacation we never get to use. We're going to do it. So, okay. Now I'm going to head out of here. Let me know. Anybody else have to go through the COVID test? Was it like mine, or did you get it all the way up? That could only have been, especially if it has to go all the way up and then do the 15 rounds. Whew. I pray for you. But everyone, have a fabulous day. Be blessed. Be a blessing to yourself and to others, because you matter. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Bye. Hey there, friends. I'm back. To add to my MiniVan Monday vlog, it's the next day. It's actually Tuesday. And I've been crying. But I'm at my happy place. You can see, right? Ooh, I can't point. Okay, why can't I point? Okay, well, they're getting covered in snow. Let me show you quick. See, I'm at the Sportsman Park, and there's actually animals. See them? I don't know if they're deer or, oh, I don't know. There used to be one with a really big rack. These guys are just chilling. It's snowing. Oh my gosh, there must be a couple that's camping that just walked by. There's a little campground here too. And they're walking their dog, and the guy's in shorts. It's 16 degrees. Anyway, so that one little mound there, if it moves, it's an animal. But it's behind a fence. So, what am I here to talk about? So, if you're watching this, you're a seasoned friend, because a new friend wouldn't have hung out through that first part, seeing me get my first COVID test, which I forgot to check. I saw I had a test result. I'm assuming it's negative. So I was telling everyone that, hey, I had to get a COVID test so I could get a colonoscopy. Well, this morning I had to come in and meet with anesthesia because, and I apologize, I don't remember if I said this before, and please, I know you're seasoned friends and you're going to mean well, but I just can't take any criticism today. Okay? I'm going to just try and share and maybe put my thoughts into words, and I just ask you to listen. Okay? So, evidently, I don't know if this has to be a new thing. I have been going to this clinic, hospital, medical center for over 12 years. And now, I've had other procedures there. Now, if your BMI, if any of you have a weight problem, you have heard BMI. You know, it's just a number, is what they say. Well, if it's too high, before they will do a procedure, even a colonoscopy, because they put in just slight sedation, you have to have a consult with anesthesiology. And they will deem whether they will do your procedure or not. Guess what? I'm too fat to have a colonoscopy at this clinic. And I'm in there, and I'm going to start crying again. Ugh. This is, I mean, I feel kind of bad for the guy. I didn't yell at him, but I obviously got upset. And I told him, I understand. He's like, do you understand? You know, BMI is just a number, and it's for your safety, and we're not equipped here. I mean, I do live in a smaller area. That if something went wrong, that we'd be able to help you. And I know he's telling me all the things that are true, but all I'm hearing is, you're too fat. You're too fat. And I wanted to shake this guy. He was probably like, I don't know if he was even 30 years old. Of course, thin as a rail, probably a runner. Good for him. And I'm like, you don't get it. I have been fat my entire life, and I have had to fight for medical care that treated me like a person. I have been on a diet since I was 5 years old. I was born over 9 pounds. I have struggled with my weight. I know it's not healthy. I know. What people don't know is this is where I will get the hate and the comments from the people that don't understand. It's not my fault. And now, just stop. Don't let the, we'll put your fork down. Nobody's forcing food into your mouth. The thing isn't wrong with the food I'm putting in my mouth. The thing that's wrong is in my brain. And there's not a diet that'll help it. There's not enough counseling that'll help it. There's not enough medication that'll help it. And there's not enough understanding in the world. And I've talked with other people. It is not just me. anyone that has struggled with addiction, you might understand. Let me tell you, 5-year-old Kathy didn't have access to drugs or alcohol or a gambling casino or the ability to go shopping or to become a sex addict, any of those options. What she had was food. And that's what she learned to use to self-medicate, to block out all the feelings in her brain that told her she wasn't good enough and there was something wrong with her. And after she was bullied and teased within her own home, we all have siblings. It's a sibling thing. I get it. You know, you pick on each other. Because of what's wrong in my brain, it's magnified extremely. And I know it. This is what is, it's not like I'm in denial. You might see some tissues. I'm not. And I realize this sounds like I'm making excuses. I'm just trying to get people to understand. So here I am. Who wants to have a colonoscopy, first of all? Who wants to do any type of medical procedure? Most of us don't. I certainly don't. And despite the fact I have had weight issues my entire life, I have gone spurts, and I've talked about this before, where I just didn't get any medical care because I had so many bad experiences where doctors just looked at me and like, yep, you're fat, lose weight. You know, yep, your arm's broken, but if you weren't fat, you'd be fine. That didn't happen, but that's how they make you feel. Not the good doctors. I have a good doctor. It's not her fault. And it's not this poor anesthesiologist's fault. But it's so difficult to do these preventive care things when you hit these things. And it's like my entire life, everything. Oh, it's because you're fat. Yeah, you can't have a boyfriend, you're too fat. No one's going on a date, you're too fat. You can't get that promotion, you're too fat. You're not what the company wants for their image. No, we'll offer it, we'll tell you we're going to give it to you, but we're not. It's just so wearing. And I think what's making it so hard today, and I kind of snapped at him, is today. I'm filming this. I don't even know if I'll post this. January 19th, 2021. Today, I've shared my story out here before. I'll maybe link it in if I can find the video. My cancer story. Today is the 9-year anniversary of my being cancer-free. And the reason I'm cancer-free is because even though the medical industry tried to make me feel like I wasn't worth getting medical care because I'm fat, I did. I advocated for myself. I found doctors that treated me like a person. And because of preventative care, my cancer was caught early enough that I'm cancer-free through surgery alone, no other treatments. Had I not been an advocate for myself and not gone to do those preventative tests, I may not be here today. It's very true. I guess if I weren't, I wouldn't have to worry about being too fat for a freaking colonoscopy. I don't need a colonoscopy because of any symptoms. I don't need a colonoscopy because of health history in my family. No, I need it because I'm 50. So it's a standard preventative screening. Which I know people that have had to go through colon cancer treatments. It is not a fun. No cancer treatment is fun. Colon treatments are not fun. Colostomy bags are not fun. Having half of your colon removed is not fun. So in trying to make sure I'm okay, I go through this. I have a COVID test. Heaven forbid you can't have COVID, but you're fat. And how is this, friends? Is there anyone out there that works in the medical field? Again, please don't preach at me. It's not. How can our medical world find a vaccination for this virus called COVID within a year? Granted, COVID's been around. I'm sure it's been worked on longer than that, but now all of a sudden we have a vaccine. And we cannot find cures for other diseases. We cannot find a way to help people like me that have addiction issues. Addiction issues that you cannot cut out of your life. I could never drink alcohol again. I already don't. I could never do drugs. I never have. I don't plan to. I could never have sex again if it meant being alive and healthy. I don't gamble. I still have to do shopping and I have to eat. And because I have to do those things, I'm perceived as weak with no self-control, no willpower because I look the way I do. And it's like you need to have a t-shirt or something to tell people, you know what? You don't know me. Don't judge me because of how I look. You don't know. I have battled with this my entire life. And guess what? I'm pretty sure I'm over halfway through this life, and I don't know that it'll ever change. I don't know until I've tried to fix it on my own. I've had surgery, I've done counseling, I've done drugs. I should have said I didn't do drugs. I should say illegal drugs. I take prescription medication for depression. Because that's part of the mental problem. I'm just so frustrated. And again, this guy was trying to be so nice. It's like, it's for your well-being, it's for your safety. And all I can hear is, you're too fat, you're too fat. It's like flashback to school, high school, junior high. You know. Beluga, that was my nickname from my bully. Have you ever met someone that sits in their minivan and cries because they can't have a colonoscopy? I just realized that's me. I just realized I am such an idiot. Anyway, so spoiler alert, Kim and I were going to do like a whole video sit-down series, and maybe we still will because she's going to get her colonoscopy. So I can't wait to see how her initial consult goes tomorrow. She was supposed to be getting that. She's having her appointment, her consult with her doctor tomorrow, while I was supposed to be having mine. And we were going to, you know, document what we could, and then just do like a sit-down chat and talk about it, and talk about how important it is to do preventative care. Right now, I don't care. I probably should have just let my mom said, just go sit on your pity pot for 10 minutes, cry it out, get the emotion out, and then move on. That's what I should have done instead of picking up the phone to film. I'm like, am I alone in this world? Am I the only one that feels this way? That struggles with this? my other girlfriend I was talking to, and she does, you know, I was telling her last night, we were talking on the phone, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go get colonoscopy, and it's not that I was looking forward to it, but I was being upbeat about it, and she's in her mid-40s, and she's like, well, I admire you for doing the preventative care, because I don't. Because I don't like to, and she, the other interesting part is she is a volunteer EMT. She works in the medical field. But she has had to deal with things too. Comments, issues, you know, she's not as heavy as I am. But it's all, doesn't matter. It's just a number. That's what he kept telling me. Your BMI is just a number. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's all you see when you look at me. It's all you see. And because of the 0.0001% chance, there might be the rare possibility of some type of complication while I'm under, which you're not even fully under with a colonoscopy, you won't help me. Now, it's going to be, you know, more of an inconvenience for me because I'm going to have to go probably at least 60 miles away into the metro to find a doctor, providing my health insurance will cover that. Pretty soon they're going to quit covering me because I'm too fat. You're costing us too much money. I go to my doctor once a year for an annual checkup and renewal and review of my medication. That's it. I'm not costing them. I'm not. Anyway, so now I've sat here and cried for 20 minutes. Okay, this is what the world needs. I don't think you're going to be able to see it because the steering wheel's in the way. So there's these massive, giant creatures there. And did you see that little thing just run? There's 2 squirrels. There it goes. See them? Running alongside next to these massively giant animals compared to them. And not scared, not treating each other differently, just existing together. Neither one is thinking less of the other because one is giant and one is small. It's all in perception. I have not had a day in my life, unless it's a day where I've been completely home and not seen anyone, where I haven't had a look, heard under their breath comment. Because of my size. I live it every day, every time I walk into a new room. What chair? Am I going to be able to fit in that chair? Does it have arms? Because if it has arms, my butt's going to be too big, and it's going to, if I can fit in it, it's going to be painful the entire time I'm sitting there. And I don't want to ask for a different chair because then I have to explain why. And is it a strong enough chair? Can we talk about office chairs in shared office areas where a company is only looking at the bottom line and buying the cheapest possible chairs? Did you know the majority of office chairs that a person buys are like rated for a 150-pound person? 150-pound person. And that's what most of our office people buy. Why? Unless the one doing the purchasing is aware and a person that has to deal with this, they're looking for the cheapest. Guess what? When you have someone like me, let alone anyone over 150 pounds, which is, I think, everybody in my office who isn't overweight even, having to use a chair for 12 hours a shift, guess what? The hydraulic part starts to break because it's not meant to have a higher capacity. And then the chairs never work, and the skinny people don't understand what's wrong with the chairs. And the fat people, we don't want to tell them, well, they're not buying the right kind of chairs for my butt. What am I supposed to do? Now I can't even have a job and work because I'm really stuck on the pity pot. I am beyond my 10 minutes, so I need to just be done. Because this is getting me nowhere. And if you actually are still here, I'm sure nobody is here because you've clicked off. Because nobody wants to hear me feel sorry for myself. So I think I'm going to go home. And now what do? Do I go home? I made arrangements. Eddie was working tonight and tomorrow. I took it off because today I'm supposed to be prepping and tomorrow's supposed to be the procedure. So now, do I let him have the nights off and I go in and work? And then I have to explain to everybody, well, why did you take it off if you didn't need it off? I'm just... something so simple. And I can't wait for my doctor to call me. That's going to be a good conversation. She's going to want to refer me somewhere else. I'm going to be like, no, I can't deal with this. I can't. I push myself through the embarrassment of many things in the medical world. But this was enough. So I will still preach my advocate for yourself. Do your preventative care. It can work. Because you definitely matter. And you deserve the best. Today, right now, at this moment, though, I pretty much don't feel like I matter much at all. It's like at times, especially in the medical world, when you're trying to take care of yourself and get help, it's like they treat you like you just better be off. It'd be better if you're a nuisance and, you know, you're not worthy, you know, just go away. I'm fine. I'm not going anywhere. I know I talked about depression and all that. I'm not doing anything, but that's the part that needs fixing in my brain that nobody has come up with yet as the solution. It's not the food I put in my mouth. I can't stop my brain. Okay, friends, thanks. If you actually made it to the end, you don't need to say anything. Like I said, I can't take the criticisms. I can't take someone telling me how wrong I am. Again, you haven't lived my life. You don't know. Just leave a squirrel. Just put a squirrel. Someday, maybe I'll be reincarnated as a nice little cute squirrel. Doesn't have to worry about colonoscopies, mammograms, doctors. Just being. I'll hang out with the big giant four-legged whatever they are anytime. I'll be their friend. I just want to live in a world where there's no judgment, there's just love. I don't think that world will ever exist until I'm in heaven. But we'll see. Okay, friends. You matter. You matter.